Six Sigma is nothing new. It goes back all the way to year 1920. And where was actually the birth and when did Six Sigma really come out in the first time? Well, it was in 1986. It was introduced by Bill Smith, an American engineer at Motorola, and he wanted to look back and see what other quality movements existed out there and which were the best tools that we could use for the method that he wanted to create. And that's where he saw that in 1920 there was the time and motion studies by Frederick Taylor. Then in 1931 there was the economic control of quality called SPC by Walter Schuhart. Then in 1960 we had the Japanese quality movement by Taguchi Ishikawa, and in 1980 we had the total quality movement, also known as the total quality management. And therefore, he said, well, let's take the best tools and introduce them into very standardized phases. And that's where he created the DMAIC phases, which stands for define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Then in 1987, there were other movements from the International Organization of Standardization, ISO. 1990, we had the business process reengineering by Michael Hammer. And then just about 10 years later, in 1996, after the introduction of Six Sigma in Motorola, Jack Welch noticed what Six Sigma did for Motorola. And he said, well, I would like to introduce this method to my company in a top-down fashion and be very strict about how we use Six Sigma and how we standardize it. And there was such a great improvement in his business, and there was such a boost of quality that was the year that Six Sigma became very, very well known across the world, because Jack Welch had so many books and articles and interviews about this methodology that most of the Fortune 500 companies decided to start testing with this method, and they also received very good results. And that's why since then this whole Six Sigma hype, because some people called it a hype, never went away. They thought, well, who knows when is the next one going to come by? And the weird thing is that it never went away. And the only thing that happened was that the Lean toolbox was united with the Six Sigma toolbox. The two of them are now the duo, which is implemented in a lot of organizations as Lean Six Sigma. And therefore, we are using then today tools that go back all the way to almost 100 years. And we are using the best tools of all the different movements that we have seen for quality in the past.